Good morning, everyone. Mitch in the morning with magic to brighten your day. So today I'm going to recite another poem for you. And while I'm doing that, I am going to do some magic with my wife's pearls again. So here we go. Watch closely. The Walrus and the Carpenter by Lewis Carroll. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. And this was odd because it was the middle of the night. The moon was shining sulkily because she thought the sun had got no business to be there after the day was done. It's very rude of him, she said, to come and spoil the fun. Oops, missed that one. The sea was wet as wet could be, the sands were dry as dry. You could not see a cloud because there was no cloud in the sky. No birds were flying overhead, there were no birds to fly. The Walrus and the Carpenter were walking close at hand. They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand. If only this were cleared away, they said, it would be quite grand. If 7 maids with 7 mops swept for a year and a half, do you suppose, the Walrus said, they could get it clear? I doubt it, said the Carpenter, and shed a bitter tear. Oh, oysters, come and walk with us, the Walrus did beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk along the briny beach. We cannot do with more than 4 to give a hand to each. The eldest oyster looked at him but never said a word. The eldest oyster winked his eye and shook his heavy head, meaning to say he did not choose to leave his oyster bed. But 4 young oysters hurried up, all eager for the treat. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed, their shoes were clean and neat. And that was odd because, you know, they hadn't any feet. 4 other oysters followed them, and yet another 4, and thick and fast at last they came, and more and more and more, all hopping through the frothy waves and scrambling to the shore. The Walrus and the Carpenter walked on a mile or so, and then they rested on a rock, conveniently low, and all the oysters stood and waited in a row. The time has come, the Walrus said, to talk of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings. But wait a bit, the oysters cried, before we have our chat, for some of us are out of breath, and all of us are fat. No hurry, said the Carpenter, and thanked them much for that. A loaf of bread, the Walrus said, is what we chiefly need. Pepper and vinegar besides are all very good indeed. And now, if you are ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed. But not on us, the oysters cry, turning a little blue. After such kindness, that would be a dismal thing to do. A dismal thing to do. The night is fine, the Walrus said. Do you admire the view? I weep for you, the Walrus said. I dearly sympathize. With sobs and tears he sorted out the largest of the size, holding his pocket handkerchief before his streaming eyes. Oh, oysters, said the Carpenter, you've had a pleasant run. Shall we be trotting home again? but answers came there none. And that was scarcely odd, because they'd eaten every one. So The Walrus and the Carpenter is a wonderful story by Lewis Carroll, and I am going to use my hat to make it a little bit more magical. I take the pearls and I dump it into the hat, and I wave my hand, and like magic, we are whole again. This is Mitch in the Morning. It's a long poem, and it has no meaning at all. So have a great day. Bye.